Hi peeps, welcome back to my channel. It's good to see you today. Today is December 16th. It is the 16th day of Vlogmas. I'm amazed I'm making it this far. I may start doing a video every other day because it's cutting into my writing time, but we'll see. Today I'm just going to talk very briefly about depression in the holiday and about loss in the holidays, and sort of just to reassure people that it's okay to feel what you feel. For me, this time of year, it's not bouncy joyous like it's portrayed in a lot of the movies. It's a quiet joy for me. The lights make me happy. The sparkle makes me happy. Decorating the trees makes me happy because for me it's a meditation. It doesn't work that way for everybody, and if it doesn't work that way for you, it's perfectly okay. You need to feel what you feel. You need to be able to say, I feel crummy and I don't feel like doing this, and be okay with that. And it's okay if you feel that way. If you need permission to feel how you feel, if you need someone to tell you it's all right, I will tell you it's okay. 20 years ago today, my mother died. It was a difficult time. It was the night before, well, it was the afternoon before our annual open house that we do every year. Well, we're not doing it this year, but and I remember walking past my ritual room and glancing in and thinking, what if I saw Mom standing there looking at me? And right then I just knew I had to light this candle that I had made specially for her transition, because I knew she was going to die. We've been living 2.5 years, knowing her cancer would not go away. I followed my instinct and I lit the candle because something in me told me it was going to be time. And an hour later, I got the call from my sister telling me that Mom had passed. No matter how prepared you think you are, you're never going to be fully prepared. It was hard. Sam and I had to spend the rest of the day calling people, telling them our open house was off, and why. And that was not easy either. That year was a really difficult year. That was probably one of the worst years we've had at that time. And we've since become kind of just not suspicious, superstitious about December, because so many bad things have happened in December, or at least bad or rough things for us. Oh, my mother died in December. His stepmother died in December. His father died in December. He was told he had ALS in December 2000 and December 2004. He lost his job in December 2000, same year my mom died. Oh, it was a mess. It was just one mess after another. And that year was probably one of the most traumatizing years I have spent. And then I had to start writing a book. The week after she died, I got the contract, and they wanted that book in 6 weeks. And we needed the money. So I pushed aside my grief and I wrote the freaking book. Yeah, it wasn't a year that we did a lot of celebrating. And after that, we kind of just went, December is shaping up to be a difficult time. And so we're going to reclaim it. So we did. We started decorating to the hilt. I mean, if you've watched my video on my decorations, you'll see I go all out. But the reason I do so is because it makes me happy. And Sam loves it too. If it didn't make me happy, I wouldn't do it. That's the key. Does it make you happy? Do the traditions that you're following make you happy? If not, maybe you need to change them. Maybe you need to cut out some of the things that give you stress and pressure. There's nothing saying you have to do things the way everybody else does. There's nothing saying you have to decorate the way everybody else does, that you have to celebrate the way everybody else does. You need to find what works for you in terms of getting through a holiday season with your sanity intact, especially in a pandemic year. For me this year, it was decorate as soon as I could. Decorate on November 1st, start getting things up because I wanted the sparkle. I wanted the pretties, the sparkle, the glitter, the lights. They calm me down. They make me feel cozy. So for me, decorating is an act of self-love. It's an act of self-care because it makes me happy. If it didn't, I wouldn't do this. So I guess what I want to tell you today is just feel the way you feel. If you're not someone who enjoys the stress of the holidays, what can you take off your plate to make you feel better? Family can be a problem. Family can be very oppressive sometimes. But for your own self-care, sometimes you need to stand up and say, I can't do this. And in this year, with a pandemic, if you don't want to go home for Christmas or whatever you celebrate, there are very good reasons for saying no. Safety reasons, because honestly, we really don't want another wave of COVID if we can help it. And gatherings are going to produce that. So if you need to say, I'm not coming home, tell them I'm not coming home. And if they give you grief, tell them I want to be safe and I'm doing this because I need to. Now I know that some people can't get out of things. If you have children and you don't enjoy the holidays and they want the holidays, it's hard because, if I had kids and I didn't enjoy it, I would still do things for them. But what can you do to add some self-care in there for you? Can you cut back on the decorations? Can you let the kids decorate and not worry whether it looks like you normally would have it look? Now, I also want to address something else because sometimes I almost feel guilty for posting pictures of all my decorations because I go all out and it's beautiful and I've spent 15 years collecting all these things. But I never want anybody to feel like I think they should do the same or like I'm going, well, if you don't do this, you're not really in the holiday spirit. I do this for me. And if people enjoy seeing the pictures of my decorations, hey, I'm glad. But never feel that I'm sitting here going, I think everybody needs to do this. I guess what I'm trying to do is give you a pep talk today. And it's been kind of a down pep talk in a way because, talking about my mother and everything else. But it's a pep talk in terms of me saying, do what you need to do for you. There's no one way to approach the holiday season. And there's no one way to feel during it. Look for ways to carve out me time, to carve out time where you can just breathe. I'm just here validating your feelings and telling you it's okay to feel the way you do. So in closing, I wish for you the gentlest of seasons, the calmest of seasons, and I hope that you find some joy in your life and that whatever, if anything, that you celebrate, it brings you some measure of comfort. Bright blessings.